There comes a moment in every man's life where the excuses stop sounding convincing. Not to other people, to himself. You look around at your situation, the unfinished goals, the wasted years, the habits you swore you would quit, the version of yourself you promised you would become but somehow never did. And eventually, a terrifying realization begins to settle in. Nobody is coming. No mentor is going to appear out of nowhere and change your life. No sudden burst of motivation is going to permanently save you. No perfect opportunity is waiting around the corner, and the world will continue moving whether you improve yourself or not. Marcus Aurelius understood this nearly 2,000 years ago. While ruling the most powerful empire on earth, surrounded by war, betrayal, pressure, and death, he wrote something brutally honest to himself. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. Not tomorrow, not next year, right now. And once you truly understand that, discipline stops becoming optional. People today talk about discipline like it's some productivity trick. Wake up at 5 a.m., take cold showers, work harder, stay focused. But the Stoics viewed discipline very differently. To them, discipline was survival. It was the ability to govern yourself when your emotions wanted to destroy you. Marcus Aurelius constantly wrote about the danger of comfort. Not physical comfort alone, but mental comfort. The comfort of procrastination. The comfort of blaming circumstances. The comfort of waiting for inspiration instead of acting. Because deep down, he understood something most people never realize. Your life is shaped more by what you do consistently than by what you feel occasionally. And that's dangerous, because feelings change every hour, but actions compound. Every wasted day quietly becomes your future. The modern world is built to weaken discipline. Everything is immediate now. Entertainment, validation, distraction, pleasure. You can spend an entire day scrolling and feel like you did something, when in reality, your life stayed exactly where it was. And the worst part? Most people never notice it happening. Years disappear quietly. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work." As a human being, think about how powerful that is. Not, I feel like it. Not only when motivated. Duty, responsibility, a standard. The Stoics believed that your mind was constantly at war with itself. One side seeks growth, the other seeks comfort. And comfort is seductive because it speaks softly. It says, you can start tomorrow. One more hour won't matter. You deserve a break. Meanwhile, your potential slowly dies in silence. Here's the truth most people avoid because it hurts. Your current situation is probably the result of repeated undisciplined decisions. Not fate, not luck, not society, your habits. That's hard to accept because it removes the fantasy that someone else is responsible for saving you. But it's also freeing, because if your actions created your situation, your actions can also change it. Marcus Aurelius constantly reminded himself that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts and actions, not intentions, actions. You do not become strong by thinking about discipline. You become strong by obeying discipline when your emotions rebel against it. That's the difference between people who transform their lives and people who stay trapped in cycles for years. One group waits to feel ready. The other acts anyway. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation disappears when life becomes difficult. Discipline remains. That's why relying on motivation is dangerous. Because life will eventually test you. You will be tired, rejected, embarrassed. uncertain, and in those moments, emotion becomes unreliable. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining." Harsh, but true. The Stoics were not interested in comfort. They were interested in resilience. And resilience is built through repetition. Every time you force yourself to do what needs to be done, instead of what feels good, you are rebuilding your character, quietly, day by day. You are becoming someone your future self can rely on. The moment your life changes is the moment you stop negotiating with yourself. No more waiting for perfect conditions. No more endless planning. No more pretending you have infinite time, because you don't. Marcus Aurelius understood death deeply, not in a depressing way, but in a clarifying way. He believed remembering death made life more focused, more intentional, more disciplined. Because once you understand your time is limited, wasting it starts to feel painful. And suddenly, discipline is no longer punishment. It becomes self-respect. Nobody is coming to save you, not because the world is cruel, but because your life was always your responsibility. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, fought wars, buried children, endured betrayal, and still returned again and again to the same conclusion. Your mind must obey you, not the other way around. Discipline is difficult because growth is difficult. But without discipline, your life slowly becomes controlled by impulse, distraction, and comfort. And comfort has destroyed more potential than failure ever will. Years from now, you will either be grateful that you controlled yourself or devastated that you never did. The choice is being made right now, in the things you ignore, the things you delay, the things you repeat daily. Nobody is coming, so become the person who saves himself.